Alright, so I'll be doing this thing at the start of every subsequent video, so I'll basically be asking a question like, so today it'll be, which map do you want to see me play next? And all you gotta do is comment your answer like, I don't know, play Village Canal, because that's a very fun map. And all you gotta do is comment something, and at the start of every video, I will promote a comment, I will give the comment a shout out, I'll pick one, or I'll pick my favorite comment, and I'll give it a massive shout out. Well, not a massive one, but just, you get a little bit of, screen time, so just consider typing which map you want me to play next, and you can type whatever else you're going to comment anyways, so, maybe you'll get noticed, and you can be shown in the next video. Anyways, on to the video. Alright, so as you can see, I've decided to switch up the map, because, it does get a bit boring if you only play one map for like your entire life, so we're doing this now. Great Wall, that's the map. Anyway, so I was going to talk to you guys about, so I watch anime, no shame, right? Don't bully me, alright? I just watch anime, it's great. People like hate on anime like it's like the cancer of society. But like, of course, there's always those weird people that are like, yeah, stay away from them, like people that watch all that anime. How should I put this? The weird kind, but like, but just most people that watch anime don't watch tentacle weirdness. I'm not getting my channel terminated, so I will not say what it is. But most people just watch cool stuff like shonen and stuff, which means it's just one main character having life and also having a bunch of abilities and really being different. So one of my favorites is My Hero Academia, but now, so I've watched the entire anime and read the entire manga, no shame. But like, now that I think back about it, there's a lot of stuff about it that doesn't make sense, and there's a lot of there's an insane amount of plot armor in it, and it does get slightly intolerable at points. So first of all, there's like a hero exam, so all of the characters, if you guys haven't heard of My Hero, all of the characters have like a thing called quirks, and that's like basically just a special ability that they all have. So someone's quirk might be the ability to like manipulate ice, or like someone's quirk might be the ability to like be able to pull small objects towards them, or some people have the quirk of like having a tail or something. It's just like a random special ability that is passed down and stuff. So there's this thing called there was a hero exam, so a bunch of people, because there are heroes in this world, so people who fight crime and stuff. So there's a thing called a hero exam, and you gotta like get a bunch of points by killing robots, and whoever gets higher points gets accepted into the hero course. So what could possibly go wrong? We've got our cast of 1A, and all of them, they have interesting abilities. So one of the first things to point out about the hero exam is that in order to get points, you have to kill robots, or just like little drone attack robot thingies, and for killing them you get points, right? So some people who are in the class who manage to get through the hero exam have absolutely zero power stat and still manage to get in. And there's three main characters. So there's one guy named, what's his name? I forgot. He's so irrelevant. But, so he has the ability to, command animals. But the thing is, there were no animals in the training course, because, of course, why would they just put animals in there? And somehow, he still managed to get into the hero course. So I'm like, how on earth did he manage to get in? There were no animals there. He couldn't control anything, and he is absolutely irrelevant power stats. So he just got in, and I'm like, after thinking about this probably isn't the thing that makes the most sense. And there's this also another character who's a girl, and she has the ability to just become invisible. And I'm like, there is absolutely, like, she's not like an insane martial artist or something. No, she's literally has about the same amount of strength as me. And I sit around playing video games all day, so you can imagine how much strength I have. So like, how did she get in? How did she kill robots to get in? I have no idea. And then the last character is a character who has the ability to produce sticky balls from his head that are very sticky, and definitely do not sexualize this. So he also managed to get in, and but how? Like, he couldn't have just duck the robots to death. Like, he is not strong. He has no strength at all. And he just, like, didn't... He just decided to win. He managed to get points by sticking robots together, question mark. Anyways, I guess that was one of the biggest confusing aspects. Okay, so the main thing I was going to talk about in this video is all the plot armor in My Hero and how it's so convoluted that it's like, it's almost unbearable. So our main character, Deku, he has the ability of like super strength and super speed and super endurance and literally everything. But apparently his body's not strong enough to handle it at 100% and he can break his body and blah 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 blah, right? So the first time this plot armor actually comes out is, so there's this character with a quirk that can brainwash people. So all he has to do is ask them a question, and if they answer, then he has full control of their body, right? So he manages to do this to basically every other character without them having any method of breaking away. And so they were in this tournament where they'd 1v1 each other to see who's the strongest hero or whatever, blah blah blah. And then Deku, who's the main character, gets brainwashed, and I'm like, well, he's screwed. I guess he dies then, because all he has to do is get him out of the arena and then he wins. So he could just brainwash him to walk out of the arena, and that's exactly what he does. And I'm like, well, you're screwed, Mr. Protagonist man. But then what happens is he freaking like does some 6D chess and manages to like access the vesicles and freaking like break out of the brainwash. And I'm like, what? What? Huh? So I'm like, well, I guess plot armor is also another quirk that Deku has apparently, because he just used that against Shinso, who's the brainwasher dude, and won. But turns out, plot armor is not one of his quirks, because one of the next fights he has against a person named Todoroki, he has ice and fire attack. And apparently, his plot armor was not strong enough to defeat Todoroki's plot armor, so it was plot armor versus plot armor, man. And Todoroki gets the prize of being the only character in all of anime that has stronger plot armor than the protagonist. And I'm like, well, this is convoluted. And he manages to win the battle using insane plot armor. Both of them had absolutely insane plot armor on their sides. And the non-main character wins. And I'm like, well, huh? The thing is, I know that it was plot armor on both of their sides because, first of all, Deku manages to not break his body, even working past his limits. And I'm like, well, that's not a thing that just happens. Like, that was made very clear that he can't do that. And apparently he just manages to do that against his fight with Todoroki. And he just unmanages to do it after that battle. But also, Todoroki also manages to get plot armor, or because he manages to do this massive ice attack that he is incapable of doing otherwise. So he has the power of ice and fire, right? Because literally in the next fight he does, he just doesn't use the ice attack. It was in a narrow hallway, and he could have literally won the battle instantly if he had just used that attack. But he just didn't. And I'm like, what? What is this? But not only, like, there is so much plot armor in My Hero, it's actually just, like, it's funny at this point. Because then, Deku, who, I can't even tell if he even, like, gets damaged by his quirk at this point. Because in, like, another fight, he just manages to just not get damaged. Like, the entire point of his character is that he's super strong, but when he uses his ability too much, then he gets injured or something. And he literally uses his ability at like 1,000,000% and just wins the fight against this super OP villain. And I'm like, what? Literally the entire point of his character was that he's super strong, but he gets injured, and he just manages to not get injured. He does get injured, but he manages to like pull through at like 1,000,000% of his power and fight this villain that clearly should have won. If any betting man decided to bet on it, the villain would have clearly won. But apparently, Deku decided to just disregard all logic created by the show and win anyways. And I'm like, what? Why is there so much plot armor in this? Like, I've seen animes with plot armor, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I guess. but literally every fight has plot armor. Like, in his trainings, he can't do any of this. And then every single time he has a fight where he's almost losing, he's like, yes, plot armor activate. And I'm like, bruh. As if you guys want to watch My Hero Academia, which I would totally recommend. It's a really good show, even though with all of the funky, convoluted stuff that doesn't make sense most of the time. It's still a really good show. So, I mean, you can watch it for free on Anime Lab. I'm just saying, that's where I watch it on, because, you know, I'm poor and I can't afford to buy the actual anime, so, you know, it's not a dodgy site, but you just have to watch. It's pretty good. It's probably the main anime site that most people use if they're poor, so, yeah, I'll leave a link to Anime Lab if any of you guys want to watch it. Anyway, so, also, I was wondering, you know, I need people to follow me on Twitter, because main thing, so I'm gonna cut to the chase, right? I'm trying to comment, I comment on like Kartrider Russia's posts, because I'm such a influential gamer that I need to get my opinions out there, but they aren't showing, they're not noticed. Mr. Kartrider Rush Senpai won't notice me because my comments don't get enough likes. And that means they get pushed down, and they'll never notice me, no. So, you know, maybe if you could leave me a follow on Twitter, that could be nice, you know, just consider it. Also, I will leave something at the start of this video explaining how my new comment system works. So, I'll tell you, so basically, I'm gonna do this thing where at the end of every video, at the start of every video, I'll shout out a comment that was commented on my last video, depending on a certain criteria that I decide. So this time, the comment, all you gotta do is comment which map you want to play next, or you want me to play next. And then there's a chance your comment will get featured, and it'll be great, and you can get flex juice and stuff. So, I won't have one at the start of this video because I didn't specify that this was going to be a thing, but from this video on, that will basically always be a thing. So this video, all you got to do is comment which map you want me to play next, and I'll do it. Make sure it's not an L1 map because I don't have L1 yet. Sadness.